Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Love and Marriage DC, episode 2. It started off with Erana and Ashley having lunch, and Ashley was telling Erana about how she felt about her friendship with Joy and how Joy kind of messed up her Christmas party by coming in uninvited, and she was saying that the reason why she had a problem with it was because Raina went to check on Joy and didn't even consider and think about her feelings and stuff because that all happened in her house, and she invited Joy, and then Joy turned down the invitation, and then Joy showed up at the last minute, and then Raina said, "Well, I don't know why you was upset. I ran after Joy to see just how was she doing because she seemed upset too. That didn't mean I was concerned about you and stuff." And she said, "Ashley, I don't know why you feel that way. I'm always caught in the middle between you and Joy, between you and Joy, and I don't like to be caught in the middle between you and Joy. Just because I'm friends with Joy, that don't mean I'm not gonna be friends with you, and you shouldn't feel a way about that." Ashley said, but you wouldn't give me a chance to explain my thing. You wouldn't give me a chance to explain my point of view, the way I feel, Randy. You need to let me explain it." She said, "Okay, well, go ahead on and explain." She said, "But you keep interrupting me." And then she said, "That is the way I feel." She said, "But I keep telling you, that I could be friends with both of y'all and stuff like that." She said, "Would you be willing to sit down with Joy and have a talk to her?" And Ashley said no. She said, "Cause I've already tried, Arena. I've already tried, and every time I try, it doesn't work out. So I don't think I need to try anymore to work anything out with Joy." And then that's when the rain said, "That's the point. That's the problem I'm having." She said, "Well, I'm sorry. If Joy gonna be around, then I can't be around." And she said, "Well, okay. Since you're not open to it and stuff like that, we'll just go and work on our relationship." And then switch to the next scene. And the next scene was Winter and Joy at the gym working out. Winter said, "I haven't seen you in a while, Joy." She said, "Yeah, I've been trying to get to know you, but stuff been going on, and stuff been going on. I haven't been able to see you too." She said, "It was nice of you to invite me to the gym with you, Winter." That's what Joy was saying. And she said, "Yeah." She said, she said, "I heard you went to a Christmas party that I wasn't invited to." She said, "Oh yeah, I was, Winter, but I got kicked out." Winter said, "Oh, you in a kicked out club too, like me?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "I've been kicked out of many events," and they showed season one where the girls kicked where Ashley kicked Winter out of her book signing, and also Rena kicked her out of her wig out of her wig lunch. So she said, "Yeah, we in the kicked out girls team." She said, "Yeah, what happened?" She said, she said Ashley was rude to me and was talking like this to me, and then she told me that if I didn't want to be there, I could leave, and so I left. And then she gonna say at the last minute that it wouldn't be for her. Me and Clifton wouldn't be on the show like she made us. She ain't made us. She ain't made us. I was asked to be on this show." She said, "Ooh, Ashley act like that." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Ashley is sometime," and then and then when I say, "Well, yeah, she is kind of like that. She is kind of moody," because I had to find it out the first year that I started. She said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna use the word moody." She said, "Yeah," and she said, "Well, do you think anything is gonna be able to work out between you and Ashley?" Joy said, "No, I don't think so." She said, "Well, I'm just getting to know Ashley myself, but you are right. She is moody." Then it switched to the next scene, and the next thing was Ashley at her house talking to her assistant Angel, And she was saying, "Ooh, do you see all these social media posts, social media posts?" And then Ashley said, "Well, nah, I ain't been on social media right now. I ain't been on it in a couple of days. What's going on?" She said, "Ooh, little Jamie is just putting all this stuff all over the thing." So she showed him the stuff that little Jamie had put on the internet, and he was saying he thought Quick was his friend and stuff like that. And he didn't know Quick was gonna say that to him, that he's a 26-year-old man, 26-year-old man, living with his parents, and he didn't want his son to turn, and he didn't want his son to turn out like little Jamie and stuff like that. And little Jamie was saying he didn't like that because Quick was acting like that he was a bad guy and he was a bad influence and he just did everything wrong. He just got into he just got into a couple of things when he was a teenager and stuff, and through the help of his dad, he was able to get through some of the stuff, but he just didn't like that, and so and then so she said, "What are you going to do about it?" She said, "Well, I was just going to ignore it." That's what Ashley said. She said, "Well, are you really going to ignore it?" She said, "But what Quick going to think when he find out?" She said, "Well, I guess I better go and call Arena and find out what's going on." So she called Arena and she told Arena, she said, "Arena, I saw the post that little Jamie put up online." She said, she said, "I've read it," and she said, "Maybe we need to get together to talk about it." She said, "Because Quick is going to be highly upset when I show it to him when he sees it." She said that's my son, and that's the way little Jamie felt and stuff like that. And she was saying, "Well, we need to get together and talk." And Randy said, "Well, yeah, we can talk, and I'll make sure that little Jamie is over here." So switch to the next episode, and the next episode was quick telling the guys that he wanted them. He invited all the guys to come to the boxing thing with him, and they all showed up. And Alfred, which is Alfred said that I didn't know I didn't know I was gonna be doing no wrestling. I thought it was gonna be other people doing the wrestling. And then Big Jamie said, "What did Quick get me into? What did Quick get me into?" And then so all of the guys are looking funny. And Quick said that that's how he invested in wrestling because he was doing a lot of community service work and stuff like that. He just decided to get into wrestling, especially after he researched and found out how much people make in wrestling. And so they were saying, "Who gonna go out first?" And then Clifton didn't say nothing, and then Clifton said, "Well, I can't be doing too much wrestling. I just got to doing back surgery. It's not gonna be me." And so he said, "What about you, Big Jamie?" He said, "Well, I guess I could do it." And so it started off with Quick doing his little thing, and then Big Jamie got in the ring, and Big Jamie said, "Ooh." That was kind of rough, but I did make it out, and then and then they say, "Well, come on, Alfred." And Alfred came, and Alfred said, "Well, I ain't really ready to do this." And then they said, "Come on, Clifton, you a big guy, you should be able to do it." He said, "Nah, I really don't want to stress my back out that much." He said, "Well, just go ahead and do it." And then Clifton picked up some man and threw him to the ground. Some young man, skinny young man, threw him to the ground. And then after that, they say, "That's a good thing. That's a good thing." And then they went on to the next scene, and then the next scene was the Ashleys, the Silvers coming to the Taylor's house, and Ashley rang the doorbell in Arena, and Arena opened the door, and they sat down for a while. And they were saying, "Well, yeah, we want to talk about what's going on with these social media posts and stuff like that." And then Quick say, "Well, I didn't mean that to buy, but I didn't know it offended Jamie until Ashley showed me the tweets and stuff." He said, but I, I'm always up for little Jamie. I always encourage little Jamie, so I don't know why he felt some kind of way." And Arena say, "Well, that's my son," and he was just venting how he feel instead of going to the counselor. He went to the internet. He went to social media. And then Quick say, "Well, y'all got my number. If he had something wrong or he was offended by what I said, he could have called me instead of putting it on social media. I ain't like to be put on social media." and then quick say, well, I hadn't said nothing really rude or nothing bad for what I said. Nothing half as bad as compared to what you say about him, Big Jamie. Big Jamie said, I can say whatever I want to about my son. That's my son. But you supposed to be a friend of the family, so you supposed to have a little bit more respect. Raina say, well, wait a minute. We are talking about this, and little Jamie is not down here. Let me go call little Jamie. And Quick say, yeah, call little Jamie because we want to talk to this. And she say, little Jamie, come downstairs. So he came downstairs. And then Quick say, yeah, I didn't like what you wrote about me, what you wrote about me on social media, talking about all the things that I've done in my past. I shouldn't be talking about nobody's past, and I shouldn't be doing that. And I was saying, why is he saying that about me? And then little Jamie say, but the things that you said about me, like I was such a bad kid, and all along, and I haven't changed. He said, I have changed. He said, I go to counseling, I do stuff. You act like I'm the worst person in the world. He said, well, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. He said, you might not mean it like that, but that's the way I took it, and that's the way I felt. Well, you shouldn't have felt that way. He said, you didn't have to bring my name up. If you had a problem, you should have said, well, I don't want my son to be like me or be like I was when I was young. He said, because Quick, you had a bad past too. He talking about, well, yeah, Jim, you know, I said, and then so I just told you the way I felt. And he talking about, well, you shouldn't even feel that way because you know I always been behind you, I've been beside you and stuff like that. And little James say, calm down, Quick. I'm just explaining to you my feelings and stuff. He said, but I'm telling you how I feel. I'm telling you how I feel. This is the way I feel. He said, look, I'm not going to keep on letting you cussing at me. And he said, why you cussing at me? I ain't said nothing for you to cuss at me. But I'm not going to keep on letting you cuss at me. He said, but I'm just saying, I am behind you. I did supposed to do that. And see your dad. And then Big Jamie said, I keep telling you, Quick, you not his daddy. I can say what I want to say to my son. This is my son. This is me and Raina's child. Little Jamie looked up to you and stuff. He said, well, he can still look up to me and stuff. And I'm looking at Quick. You do have a problem with little Jamie for some reason, and you went into that meeting and that conversation ready to pop off at that boy at any minute, and that's why Ashley had to calm you down. And then after they calmed down, they said, everything all right. He said, well, everything all right now. He said, well, next time you have a problem with me or little Jamie, you call me. Y'all got my number. They hugged it out, and then went to the next scene. And the next scene was Joy talking to Joy. Well, no, the next scene before that was Clifton talking to Corman. Corman is one of the women that he met on Ready to Love. I think they said it was season 5 or 6. Like I said, I stopped watching Ready to Love after a while. Anyway, she was telling him that he ready to launch his beard thing, and she was saying, well, do you have the copyrights? He said, well, Joy took over the copyright, so he said, don't you know it takes a year for your copyright to go through and stuff, and you can still be doing your business stuff. He said, well, I let Joy took over the marketing and stuff for the business stuff, because I had a lot going on trying to get the business and then my back surgery and stuff. And she said, well, what did Joy say? He said, but Joy's still working. He said, you know what? You tell Joy to give me all the stuff that she working on, and I work on shit because I'm your social media manager now. We business partners, and we could have been had this up and this up and going. And she said, okay, well, I'll talk to Joy about it. She said, yeah, because we partners and stuff. I know they partners, but the way that Carmen woman going, she seemed like she want to be a little bit more than partners with Cliff. He better watch that out. But anyway, after that, he switched it to the next scene, and then that's when the next scene was when Clifton told Joy that he think that it would be best that if Carmen took over the stuff since they in business and she got a lot going on. She said, "Yeah, I got a lot going on. I'm trying to get my wellness, my exercise thing going, and then we got this stuff going on, and stuff." And so he said, "Okay," and she said, "Yeah." He said, "You know what? People think that me, you, and Carmen having a throuple, but I keep telling these people we don't have no throuple." She said, "Let them think what they want to think." And she was saying, "Yeah, remember I told you what Ashley did and what Ashley talking about that she made us and that we was on the show and she didn't make us the show. We was asked to come to the show." Well, you know how Ashley is. You just go on forget about Ashley. Don't worry about Ashley." And then the show ended. That was part 2. I'll do 3 and 4 in my next video. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like it is. I am out.